Goedenavond allemaal. Hier ben ik weer. Tijd voor Final Fantasy 14. Met Sage. Verder met de MSQ. Oké, waar waren wij gebleven? Estate Visitor. Gaan we daar lekker eventjes mee verder. Oké. Kijken. Zo. Our picture has grown clearer, yes. That's in spite of the forum being so maddeningly vague about this duty of theirs. Why are they so reluctant to explain their actions in plain words? Who knows? Bible? Comment may his father's work so vital that it takes precedence over his own family. Huh. Alphino, LSA, it is you. Huh? When I heard you'd been dragged before the forum, I came as swiftly as I could. I'm very glad they've allowed you to stay. Mother? Okay. That's their mom. Dat is hun moeder. Huh. Millions Levelier at your service. You find people must be the scions of the Seventh Dawn. Okay, let's switch back to gaming. You find people the scions of the Dawn. How lovely it is to finally meet you. Okay, finally meet you. Ah. Mother, please. Don't wish to make things difficult for you. Word Rich's father that you were here. Oh, bother that. I to be chastised for speaking my own children. I am well aware of that you and Master Fisherman are not on the best of terms at the moment. I've been absolutely desperate to see my darlings again. Ah, of course. Your kids. You will come by the house, won't you? I have gifts waiting. Timing couldn't be better. As matters stand, we shan't be going anywhere until we discuss matters with Tancred's group and reconsider our options. We'll visit your home. We will be back at the annex when you are ready to rejoin us. Marfa Medina. Okay. What a splendid day this has turned out to be. Champion of Eosia. I insist that you join us. Okay. I can't, okay. Hold over. Must be quick about it. Benefit, but should my husband return and find you burning fidelity, the servants will be made to suffer the consequence. Juist, en dat is dus altijd het geval met tijden. Oké. Moet ik ze begeleiden? Echt waar? Ik weet niet eens waar het is. Then she was gone. Any opportunity to protest. The matter is settled. For yourself. Quest accepted. Yes. Oké, wat moet ik nou doen? Oh. Alphino? I apologize. mother has not want to take no for an answer. Still, I am glad, relieved, even see her in such high spirits. But see you, mother. Though it seems little enough time to enjoy it. Will you accompany us on our visit home? Fine. If we're going, then let's get it over with. But be sure to stay in the entrance hall. No peeking into our private chambers, thank you very much. Why ever not? Your room was always perfectly neat and tidy. Everyone has things they'd rather keep to themselves, don't they? Cherished mementos you couldn't bring yourself to throw away, childhood toys. I mean, never mind. Your estate is that way. Right down the stairs, come on. Alfino and Alistair are now company. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. Yeah. You leave your quest company behind by entering a different area, putting too much distance between your ways, blah. Did that before. Okay, on the map. Daar is het. Dus deze kant op. And Wombrida is also there. No, you first. Discuss the view from the... Okay. And let's say an hour little, this bridge was... we were permitted to wander alone. Say alone. Mother or a servant was always somewhere nearby, keeping a watchful eye. Now look at us, traveling to different continents, different worlds even. Ah. Now you. Discuss. As children, Alfredo and I often wait here for our father to come home from work. It's been a day when his meetings ran long because I remember growing restless, leaning out over the railing to watch them rush by. Father, of course, arrived at that exact moment, pounding down the path in a panic, crying out my name. That's nice, let's go. Labyrinthine Descent. Okay. Already attuned. Nice. And here you are, lass. Please do come in. Okay, filmpje.
Welcome home, my lady.
Right.
What? What are you gawping at?
Just admiring the craftsmanship.
Oh, I suppose I never gave the decor much thought. I'm glad that you approve, I think.
Lord Fortuneau is not to hear of this visit.
Of course not. Tuurlijk niet.
And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
As you wish, my lady.
Master Alphino, Mistress Alice, if you would accompany me upstairs.
We shan't be long.
You say so. Yeah.
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures.
That's nice.
I am sure they withhold certain details, of course, if only to keep me from worrying. Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scion's coin and other such donations. Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid. The triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience. But of those they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful. Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name.
Okay.
It is plain they care for you, and I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them.
Good.
Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits.
Okay.
When you mentioned gifts, I wasn't sure what to expect. Mother,
Well,
Oh, look how well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
let's see what she brought.
It's perfect. Exactly what I would have chosen. But please, tell me you had something different made for Alphino.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore. And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits, I must respect the individuals you have grown to become. See for yourself.
Rightly so.
Thank you for the splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
Hey.
I'm so glad you like them. They are, however, missing one final touch.
Really?
If you would allow me, Master Alphino.
Let's see what this is.
Wait. Are these...
A sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father. Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days, as a student he was often called upon to venture into the field. He wielded those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless. Thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now. And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry. I am told these devices are quite difficult to master, but someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb. May the wisdom in that crystal serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father, that you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
We will, Mother. I promise.
My final gifts to you, before you run off, are an
Here.
observation and a suggestion. Firstly, Fortunato has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work. I may not know the forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance. Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words. Far better that you simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
That's a really good one. Laat het eerst zien. Nadat het niet meer teruggedraaid kan worden. Leuk.
Oh, Mother.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
Okay. That is done. Okay, back to the annex. Abdession Annex. Right. Main hall entrance. Dacht ik wel, volgens mij. Yeah. trial. Enjoyed your time with the Leviers, I hope. I would ask how the twins fare, but their new outfits tell the tale. I hope and help them to reconcile with their father. They might return home one day with their heads held high. Meantime, we edge ever closer to the secret of the Forum strives to hide. And the flower bequeathed to you by Edelin is sure to guide us to going forward. I'm confident that once you've scouted out the situation in Thavnair, we'll be well equipped to plot out our next move. Estate visitor complete. Let me make a note of that. Done. Here we are again. Okay, that part is done. And now, continue. Well, Thavnair Bound. To the next. I have Kraal's instructions in hand. You are ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thavnair before, I can travel by Aetheryte. But what of the rest of you? Another sea voyage would waste time we do not have. Kraal was of the same mind, and has already secured the aid of the good folk of the Confluence. We'll take us ourselves there. Confluence, thou sayest. Afraid so, my friend. What's the Confluence? Thou wilt recall the hunt for Iceheart, unto whose sanctuary we delivered thee owing to the knowledge of our comrade Moonbreeder? Okay, all the way to Moonbreeder. Here she comes again. Moonbreeder was an authority on etherology, field of study she did embark upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Confluence. Have you gone to see them yet? No. What? I attempted to do so earlier, but to my shame, my courage failed me at the last. As it happened many times, I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. Neither time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus have I kept my silence. Whether you come with us or no is your choice and yours alone. Okay, if it's too difficult, we'll manage. Thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the Confluence, and I shall face that which hath long been overdue. If it's settled, then let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kite. Kite? Or Kite? Uh-huh. Okay. Right at the Confluence. Leave the main hall. Blah blah blah. And waar is dat? Map. Okay, dan zou dat hier moeten zijn. Kan voor. Ja. Ah. Filmpje. Oh. Well, now this is a lot of stern faces. Are my library books overdue again? To our knowledge, we're associates of the Cryal of the students of Baldesion. It's a passage to Thavnair. Understand that you can assist us. Ah, the test subjects. Welcome, welcome. Squeeze me. Test subjects. Oh, you hadn't heard? Well then, allow me to explain. So, in order to travel to an aetheryte, you ordinarily need to be attuned to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're a mess of ether huddling along the live stream. Inconvenient but incontrovertible limitation of aetheryte teleportation. But what if I were to tell you that there is a way to travel to an aetheryte without being attuned to it? Okay, a way to teleport instantly to places you've never been. For long years, we've labored to make such travel possible, that people might move about more freely. We've finally done it. We've created a new kind of aetheryte that doesn't require attunement. Really? That changes after everything. Well, my language may have been a bit misleading. User need not attune to these aetherytes. The aetherytes themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. But it just so happens that our first test pair of aetherytes, one has been installed here in Sharlayan, the other over in Yedlimaat, a port town in Thavnair. We know our nation has long maintained strong ties with Radz-at-Han, and indeed we owe much of this breakthrough to the contributions of their alchemists. So to sum up, we're to test these aetherytes. How fortuitous. You should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel ether. Will this be a problem? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might say these aetherytes were made for people like your good self. Magics imbued within will whisk you away without any effort on your part. Veritable dream come true. Far be it from me to worry about such things, but do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention? Only permission required is yours. So assuming you're willing, we're all set. It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Duh. Trouble to find test subjects? Of course. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the live stream. In the statistically unlikely event that something goes awry. But it's plain that you aren't most people. Mr. Scrow truly knows how to pick 'em. Should I be happy or I might change the subject? Our master Wilfson and Mistress Blueweeder are present today. We didn't hear. They've recently resigned their posts. What? Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project helmed by the forum itself, as I understand. I'm not privy to the details. Of course. See. Any other questions? No? Then let's get going before you change your minds. Please see to your preparations and head outside to the Aetheryte Plaza. I'll be along shortly. To the Aetheryte Plaza. Okay. Okay. This way. Yep. And there we are. Destination. Waiting. Juist. Well.
Right, we're all set. Just the four of you, was it?
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnair.
You are? Oh. I would have preferred more test subjects. Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please. Yes, right there is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether. Oh, and one last thing. You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
What?
Okay, yeah, last second warning.
Thavnair, home to city-state Radz-at-Han. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay. For a time. Now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have? What chance? against such an insidious foe.
Aetheryte sickness? Really? I'm guessing I have to attune myself to the Aetheryte again.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish. Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions.
Oh, really?
Don't let a Stinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Oh, meaning he has a hole in his hand. gone. And where are the others? Ah. And over. Raise to be the 12. Raise be the stomach, but loosen its death grip. But thanks to thee and Estinian, and to the fine fruits of this land. Okay, now thank Red. Take a bottle and shut up. I can fit, I see. Nice. My hair. Found it. It's the most I could do against this heat, short of shedding my armor. Where you got the cord for it. Local vendor. That's a Thavnarian weave. Are not easily unraveled. Oh, okay. And how much did it cost? $9,400 gil. You got swindled again. Oké, nu moet ik weer wat zeggen. Not uncommon for merchants to set their prices high, but doesn't it seem excessive here? Are all Hainish merchants so unscrupulous? I expected the Azure Dragoon to put up more of a fight. I'll go with this one. I am inclined to agree with thine assessment. It doth seem excessive, unusually so. Claiming Thavnair as its dominion, the nation of Radz-at-Han hath long thrived as a hub for commerce. Say so. Beginning were the Arkasodara, Matanga tribe indigenous to this island. Over time they came to be joined by other races, and through their intermingling a culture rich and distinct did emerge. From alchemy to textiles, the products of Hainish culture have come to be celebrated and coveted the world over. A development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint betwixt east and west. All of this hath combined to make a trading power for Radz-at-Han. Yet, such a status cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it must needs be maintained through judicious governance and stringent regulation. Neither of which I see any evidence, given that merchants at the gateway town are free to fleece hapless travelers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. Just so, that opportunistic pricing is rampant doth suggest that oversight is much weakened, or mayhap that the people have fallen upon hard times. Whatever the truth may be, it would be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Prudent and practical, aye. We've naught to lose by learning more. So, ere we seek out Kraal's acquaintance, shall we see what information we can gather here in Yedlimaat? Yedlimaat? Excellent. We didn't exactly get off to a flying start. We'll make up for it. Well, Thavnair Bound is complete. Da-da-da. Low tide. Right. Let us split up and make inquiries in town. Martha, the beer is yours. Once we have learned what we can, we regroup by the Aetherite. Off-putting though the mere sight of it may be. Okay. Gather information. Oh. Crate of fruit. Kijken wat dit doet. Crate is laden with fruits, but they are on the verge of spoiling, as if they have been left too long. Here. Rain. Gazing out from the pier, you spy boats moored off nearby isles, with the silhouettes of larger seafaring vessels farther away. Compared to other ports you have visited in the past, there appears to be very little activity. Oh, there is something. I'm still to do it daily out of habit, though I don't know why I bother. I hardly sell any these days. Business has never been this terrible. I suppose things could have been worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat. Alzal. Don't envy his position. Better to be alone with the little operation I've come to realize. We're a traveler by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Alzal a visit. We'll be glad for tidings on board. Like as not, you'll find the Saltwind sails. Harbor still building across the water from here. let me check my settings. Oh no, if it isn't a traveler, you're a rare sight at these unsettled times. You have been giving us a wide berth since that cursed tower suddenly appeared on naar. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion, but no, it had to spawn fell fiends as well. Still of our lives thanks to the radiant host. But the business is as good as dead. What will become of us? Only the gods know. I just did. Oh. Maskons aren't coming, but we already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? No, yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is that their plans have changed, and that's that. You must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and provinces are in chaos. And there's the tower sitting on our doorsteps, spitting all those monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we've been afforded no protection out here. Can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. Yeah. This will be an enormous loss. Duh. Right. Forget about it, the Maskins. Some ships are still coming. Fresh produce, handicrafts, medicines, all the perennial Finnish favorites. Our consortium works closely with merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is a guarantee. I know all these things, Kazal, I do. That's why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. You are foreigner, aren't you? Merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. You adventurer, I see. That's a shame. Sorry. We're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Excuse me. Huh? Name is Matsia. I'm here to see Karl Zal. Oh, it seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. Okay, that's your loss. Thinking Matsia. Ah. There you go. Yes. Huh. Yes, can I help you? Ah, I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Karl Zal too, did you? I'm Matsia, Fisherman of Piali. Nearby village. I sell my catch to Kalzal, who offers it to foreign merchants. But he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard that the consortium had been struggling, I became worried and decided to come to see him. Just as soon as he's free anyway, he's a hard-working man and I dare not disturb him. Load tide complete. Alright. Da-da-da. And a fisherman's friend. Right. Let me ask, what is it that you do? Adventurer, you say? Travel the world? After helping people? Then that must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please don't you teach me to be like you? See, I've brought some fresh fish with me. A portion I couldn't preserve, and I want to sell them. Problem is, I'm terrible with people. I've never only dealt with Kalzal, and I can't talk to customer without getting my trunk in a twist. So please, as silly as it may sound, will you not peddle the fish in my stead? Show me how it's done? If you're willing, please let me know. Can begin at once. Request accepted. The events to follow cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registration. Okay. So you'll do it then. Show me how to deal with customers. I'm in your debt. Like, please try peddling my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here in blah blah. I will observe you and learn. Yes, now accompanying you, keep him at your side, blah blah blah, blah blah, blah blah. Right. Yes. All right. Okay, failed to make a sale. Never mind, not the first time. I'm sure you'll better this customer. Maybe. Ah, okay. Go over there. Yay. Hawker, are you? What? Do you sell fruit by chance? So I want to buy some armor. Let's say a dozen. Don't need to be export quality. Hey, what do you need so many armor for? Eating, of course, it may seem like a lot, but late I go through that much time at all. stock taker by trade, but no vessels coming. Days, spares are beginning to pile up. Same token, nothing is coming in from overseas, but the day goes by that someone doesn't come asking when the next shipment is arriving for this and that, this and that. All of it wears me down and I find myself feeling constantly hungry. You sure you're actually hungry? No, yeah, I'm not yours. Rather than hungry, perhaps I've been feeling unfulfilled, and I try to fill the void by gorging on food like that. You like fish? Fish? I do like fish, as a matter of fact. Why do you ask? Oh, so you're a fishmonger. Apologies for the misunderstanding. Seeing as you are here, you happen to have a kiali sardine, perfect with spicy soup. Certainly do, madam. If you like it spicy, I also bring a pickled in oil with a generous amount of chilies. That does sound like a wonderful challenge. I didn't have fish in mind at first, but I dare say I'll enjoy these. Succeed in making a sale. Okay. That's fine. Where do I need to go? Nou, dan moet ik weer apart. This way. Ah, there he is. What is it? If you don't mind, I'm rather busy. Oh God, my stomach. Sickness? No, nothing so unusual. I hurried to get back to work. I just ate a little too quickly. You should take it easier, more slowly then, and savor your food. That I could, but I can't afford to be idle. Not, circumstances will surely get worse before the game. And so I'm working as hard as I can, while I still can. Better to be prepared. How do you intend to prepare? Stockpiling supplies. For that I need to earn coins so I can buy food, medicine, what have you. How about some fish for supply? They're fresh caught. Well, fish wouldn't be bad, but I don't want to go through the hassle of preserving them myself. I'd rather buy stock that's already ready to store. I'm afraid I have to pass on your fish now. I must be. Ah, okay. Use homework for demonstration. It's truly an eye-opening experience. Let us return to the pier. Okay, let us return to the pier. Okay, he didn't jump. Over there. Alright, filmpje. Alweer. Of a sort. Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to customers. Managed to sell one of the 3 people you acquired. It was difficult, but when you put your mind to it, you succeeded. So you did fail to the lessons to be learned in both success and failure. Buying yours, I'll endeavor to become a better peddler. Okay. There's so much I can do alone. I will return to normal for Zal soon. Okay. But I heard a familiar voice, and who should it be but Natsia? Ah. Have you finished your business at the guild? We're there too. Huh? Give me a try as I might, I can't find any buyers. Okay. No ships coming in and hardly any going out. There simply aren't any options at this rate. Oh, can't buy my fish anymore? Sorry, Matsia. Yeah, but now you must peddle on your own goods. Self, I can't. Want to help you, I do. But as it stands, I barely help myself. Poured my all into the consortium. I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I have friends and families depending on me. Can't, I won't fail. Sisters as my witness. Not to worry. Using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage. Somehow. Well, I had best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care on the road. Speak with Tancred. Where is the bastard? Oh, daar is hij. So. I see you've been busy. Managed to learn a bit or two, I trust? Of course, of course. Also heard that the tower is affecting many locals' livelihoods, but to think that would be to such an extent. Another notable, if not wholly unexpected, discovery. Disappearances and kidnappings are disturbingly commonplace. What? As before, the culprits are almost certainly tempered Imperial soldiers. As before, they mean to use the faith of their hapless thralls to call forth a lunar primal. Business as usual for the Telephone. Fisherman's Friend is finished, and let's continue with the next one. House of Divinities. That should be an interesting quest. That Matsuya fellow you were helping. He's Arkasodara, is he not? Apparently, it is almost exclusively his people that are being kidnapped. Should he be traveling alone? If summoning is this perpetrator's aim, it doth stand to reason that Arkasodara would be their primary targets. For 'tis the faith of their ancestors which prevaileth in this land, and many are devout adherents still. We'd better go after him. Yali lies to the west. As I recall, the same direction as Kraal's acquaintance, incidentally. It's settled then. Keep your eyes peeled while we make for the village. Okay, and they're gone. So surveying, waiting, blah blah, blah blah blah. You do not see Matsuya nearby, but the elevated ground up ahead may provide a better vantage point. Alright. Okay, daar boven. Okay, need to get around here. And of course, C. Better vantage point, yes, that's for sure. Surveying, blah blah. You do not see Matsuya from here either. Nog steeds niet. No, leave me alone. Help, somebody help. Ah, Matsuya's voice came from the north. Okay. You. Matsuya. They are defeated. Wake up. Your farm name and time. Okay. I know friends came look for me. I don't know. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I took a moment to stop and rest. Think about what to do about everything. And those men came. Kidnappers. We heard that the Arkasodara were being targeted. Surely you have as well. Perhaps it's best if you took refuge in the city. considered it, me and the others. Fishing is all we know. Ocean all we have. See, that's your decision to make, but you should take care not to travel alone. Question, if I may. Our understanding that strange fiends have emerged from the tower. What canst thou tell us of these beings? Not much, I'm afraid. I have no idea what they are. But I've heard that some bear an unsettling resemblance to our divinities. Huh? For that reason, some have taken to calling the tower Zot. House of Divinities in the old tongue. They're not true divinities, they're monstrous imitations that bring only death. Have one's faith so twisted is a grievous indignity, and full justified art thou in thine outrage. Know that 'tis for no other purpose but neutralize the tower that we have journeyed to this land. Time we may be forced to contend with these false gods, and thus we would learn all we may about them. Wilt thou not tell us of thy divinities and their true nature? Answer your question, yes, of course. We will gladly tell you about our gods. We, I say, because I'm a terrible storyteller. And I ask my fellow villagers to do it. Please come to our village. We're a good, God-fearing folk. We'd be honored to share our knowledge and fish. What sayest thou? Shall we pay a visit to Akeali? Yep. Let's go. Okay, just follow the road. Oh. It's the simulacra of Thavnarian gods that are being summoned. Any doubt they existed before, there can be none now. The kidnapped Hanish are imprisoned in the tower. I pray that we will be able to save them. Though indeed saving them will mean confronting their false gods, like as not. Aye, as you said, we'd do well to study their religious traditions. To Akeali. Ah. No, not this one. No. Yes, this is better. Okay, let's go. Yes, almost there. We discover a new location. Nice. Welcome to Akeali, my friend. The name means white beach. And there isn't much here save that. But please make yourself at home. Your companions have already begun talking to everyone. Feel free to show yourself around and do the same. Any one of us can tell you about our gods, but you could do worse than to start with Kanga and Old Haspeda. They're free at the moment as it happens. Alright, let's start with him. Gods? Yeah. What a curious visit you are. Most want fish. In any case, I'm happy to oblige. Don't know how it is whence you. So, but our isle is home to many gods. It can be divided into two groups. Manusia, beings of wisdom who assume the form of men. Mrgar, beings of might who assume the form of beasts. Together they are divinities. Their forms and personality many and varied. Some are kind and gentle, others stern and temperamental, just like we mortals can be. Yeah, exactly. All are possessed of great insight and experience, and by heeding their teachings, we strive to be better people and live better lives. Alright. Ah. There's one. I should say there's another. Interested in learning about our gods? You say. Ah. That's what I like to hear. Break up your ears then and listen. In ancient times, the Manusia and the Mrgar, deities who look like men and beasts, respectively, were locked in conflict. Eventually, seeking the wisdom of the Manusia, Mrgar cast aside their own heads and took up those of their foes. Likewise, the Manusia coveted the might of the Mrgar, so they too resolved to trade heads. Thus were born new gods possessed both might and wisdom. They ushered in an age of harmony between the two factions. From then on, as a sign of their esteem for one another, the Manusia have worn animal faces and the Mrgar the limbs of men. Ah, interesting. Ah, okay, back to Matsuya. There you are. Learned a thing or two about our gods, I trust. Yep. While you were off talking to the gods, I remembered something that may be of interest. Okay. You could let your friends know. I'll go and fetch it from my home at once. Okay. Let's do it. Oh, there they are. Daar zijn zij. Yeesh. I wish to show you this hanging scroll which depicts 3 of our most revered deities. By all means, we'd like to see it. They are Manusia. Heard about them already, yes? 3 sisters. The center one is the eldest, Duruba, goddess of wisdom. For this, alchemists hold her in the highest. To her right is the middle sister, Duruva. As a goddess of wealth, she counts many traders amongst her followers. The left is Mindurova, younger sibling. He presides over the craft. Who is beloved by weavers. Although each is worshipped for different reasons, the sisters are usually portrayed together in these works. People keep in their homes for good fortune. Unlike fashion Tunisia, the deities of Eorzea preside over a myriad aspects of life. The Merga, ask. Merga hold power over nature in ages past, revered as guardian deities in times of conflict. You have occasion to visit our temples and ruins, you'll find their images there. Among them is a god who possesses Gaia's head, and he is venerated as the progenitor of the Arkasodara. There are dragons. They occupy a special place in our history. You worship dragons too? Huh? Said that an ancestor of the Satrap, that's the ruler of Radz-at-Han, forged a covenant with a dragon divinity in ancient times. This divinity has since acted as the guardian deity of the Satrap. Legend holds that if ever the Satrap is in need, this dragon ally will fly to his aid. Dragon ally? You claim to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing could be further from the truth. The passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. Confident that the information you've given us will serve us well in our efforts to deal with the tower. It's very kind of you to say. Thank you. Pray for your success. Right, I believe it's time we sought out Kraal's acquaintance. An alchemist by the name of Nidana. According to Kraal's notes, we're to find her at a place called the Great Work, further north along the coast. House of Divinities is finished. Let me make a note of that. Complete. Oké. Wel. Oké, nou... verder te gaan met de MSQ gaat een andere keer gebeuren, want dit is een beetje het einde van deze sessie. Ik ga ermee stoppen voor vandaag en zal iedereen een goede nacht wensen. En tot de volgende keer zou ik zeggen. Doei!